Hello and welcome to Social Gaming. I'm Gav Halliday and today we're going to talk about submarines. So, a submarine is a watercraft capable of independent operation underwater. It operates in an unforgiving, complex and highly pressurized environment. A submarine submerges by taking in water into the large tanks. This weighs it down, allowing it to submerge. A submarine takes in as much as it needs to go as low as it wants to. When it wants to come back up, it pumps out the water by pumping pressurized air into the tanks. But what is the longest time a submarine can remain under the water, given the current state of technology today? So to answer that question, we need to look at what resources a submarine actually uses. So once a submarine submerges into the water, they confront the major issue of limited resources. The main resources that are limited aboard a submarine are oxygen, food, and fresh water. Each of these resources is only meant to last a certain amount of time. The reason why I didn't mention electricity is because nuclear reactors on modern submarines can last up to 20 years. So let's look at oxygen. The vessel's oxygen supply is typically the biggest challenge that submariners face, as the air aboard a submarine can quickly become polluted and unbreathable. Depending on the size of the submarine and the amount of crew, the oxygen supply on submarines nowadays can last for a couple of months or weeks, depending on the submarine. Although some submarines are now equipped with carbon dioxide scrubbers that help eliminate some of the carbon dioxide produced. These systems are not foolproof, but they make oxygen supplies last a lot longer. Fresh water supply aboard a submarine is the second major resource that is limited. Typically, only fresh water is used for drinking, but it is also used for a variety of other tasks, including medical requirements, making it an incredibly valuable resource. Just like oxygen, fresh water must be rationed carefully and typically lasts about 85 days. However, nuclear submarines are equipped with a system of distillation that produces fresh water by evaporating, cooling, and condensing seawater. This process of desalination, as it is also known, allows nuclear submarines to generate manageable amounts of fresh drinking water while on the go, so water resources are not an issue. Finally, the third resource is food. Is typically stored in the form of dehydrated or canned goods. Given that these types of food are already reserved to last for a longer time, a submarine's food supply typically only lasts about 90 days. The crew size can be 110 to 140 plus any special ops types. Food for them can be stored anywhere you can imagine. It was normal in the 70s and 80s to walk on cans and cases of food in the berthing until they ate enough to take the level down to normal storage. After 110 days at sea, pretty much all the good food would be eaten and you'd just be left with random cake mixes, some dehydrated fruit and vegetables. Naval reactors have to be monitored and maintained to keep running, unlike commercial reactors that are made to run non-stop with limited human intervention. US reactors are designed to shut down for any number of things if not addressed in a timely manner. That said, if the crew ran out of food and started dying off, the reactor and everything else would very soon after start shutting down. The boat would lose forward propulsion and, depending on the trim, would very slowly surface or fall to the depths below. To round this up, the answer to the question is a nuclear submarine will probably remain underwater for as long as the amount of food that you can fill it with, which is approximately, depending on crew size and how they ration their foods, probably up to 110 to 140 days. Then after that, if you still have any food left, it's probably just all the stuff that no one wants to eat anyway. So that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you know anything interesting that's going on out there on the seas, then let me know in the comments and I'll maybe try and do a video on it. Again, thanks for watching. See you guys later.